today's top boxing news. Ow!
Okay, we'll start with this. Women's super lightweight news. Undisputed champion Chantel Cameron said, I have fire in my belly. Already, people are looking past me, and you know what?
What?
They shouldn't.
Chantel's fucking dangerous. I don't know how many times over the years I've said that.
She's bigger than Katie, younger than Katie. Now, many people are misinterpreting Chantel being bigger than Katie for height or length.
No, she doesn't tower over Katie Taylor, and she's not much longer in terms of the tail of the tape. It's the weight.
Chantel Cameron gets big between fights. She does. And the night of, after she's fully hydrated, what do you think she's going to weigh versus what Katie Taylor's going to weigh? Katie's not a big woman.
She'll probably rehydrate to just north of 140 pounds, just north of it.
Chantel, on the other hand, who, like Katie Taylor, used to campaign as a lightweight many years ago. Many years later, she's a full-fledged 140-pound fighter.
Used to fighting 140-pound fighters.
Chantel's weight the night of the fight is particularly significant to this conversation because that's the weight that's going to be behind every shot, every punch.
It's where you'll see she's a bigger woman and a bigger puncher than Katie Taylor.
Chantel Cameron is. Chantel, who says, I have fire in my belly. The amount I have been overlooked, already people are looking past me. I'm the champion. I've got the belts, but I'm not being treated like that.
So much is being made of this being Katie Taylor's big homecoming, having not fought on Irish soil as a professional.
It almost gets lost that this is undisputed champion versus undisputed champion. The Chantel Cameron, like Katie Taylor, is the only champion at her weight in possession of all the marbles, all the belts.
This ain't your run-of-the-mill Katie Taylor title defense.
Katie ain't the defending champion. She's the challenger, moving up in weight for the second time in her professional career to see if she can't become a two-time undisputed champion.
No vacant titles here.
The jubilation in the Emerald Isle for Katie Taylor's big homecoming does not accent the danger she will face this weekend.
She could lose.
But you'd never know it based on the crowd's reaction that Katie Taylor is in grave danger of suffering her first professional loss.
It's serious.
As much as there have been ups and downs, it's all going to make a better story in the end, Cameron said. When I started my career, I wasn't the most confident person. My confidence is flying, but I think that's down to the people around me. They boost me up. Sometimes I think they're just saying it to make me feel good, but I'm also backing it as well. It's two undefeated champions, two undisputed champions. Doesn't get bigger than that. I'm making my own legacy, showing people that I'm not afraid to put myself out of my comfort zone. I'm confident enough to go to different people's countries and fight them, especially against Katie Taylor. She is a boxing legend, not just in Ireland.
I hate that they're fighting because I've been a fan of both Chantel and Katie for many years now. I hate that they're fighting, but they're so good at what they do, how could I not watch?
Undisputed champion versus undisputed champion, both unbeaten at the pinnacle of their popularity and the height of their careers. It's everything you want in a fight.
Chantel knows she can't coast on foreign soil. She knows that most of the people showing up are showing up to root Katie Taylor on. If she means to win, she has to make it decisive, which means she has to be the aggressor.
She has to try to use her youth and size and power to bully Katie Taylor. Make it clear, make it apparent that she's the one in control and she's the one winning the fight. I anticipate that Chantel, she's going to throw punches and bunches. That's what she normally does.
She's normally aggressive.
Maybe twofold this weekend. Twofold is aggressive on a stage like this. The biggest fight of her career against the biggest name in women's boxing.
Chantel's not just here to take part, she's here to take over. That's her intention.
I want to say that Chantel Cameron doesn't have Katie Taylor's speed, mid-range to inside, and her punches are a little wider than Katie's.
Because they're wider, they can be countered.
But they are powerful. That's the caveat. That Chantel may not be as fast as Katie Taylor, but she is a harder puncher.
And a fresher fighter with a fresher set of legs.
I tell you, I'd be thoroughly impressed if Katie Taylor came away with the W this weekend. Chantel Cameron ain't for play.
I've loved her all these years. I love her still.
I'm obviously a big fan of Katie Taylor. I have been for years. I've seen every single one of her fights. Every single one of her fights since she went pro. In many ways, she introduced me to the women's game.
Made me a believer.
Made me a fan. What's working for Katie Taylor here, it's not just speed, hand speed, or foot speed per se, but poise. The poise that comes from experience. This isn't the big stage, the first big stage that Katie Taylor's ever fought on. She's fought on many big stages in high-level, high-pressure situations, from her amateur exploits as an amateur, Olympic gold, to becoming an undisputed champion opposite the ring, one of the most dangerous punchers the sport has ever produced, Delphine Persoon.
Chantel's not the first big puncher Katie's fought. Far from it. She's fought many big punchers.
Jessica McCaskill, Delphine Persoon, Christina Lenardatu, to?
Tasha Jonas.
Amanda Serrano. It's a situation to where Katie Taylor has seen more fighters like Chantel Cameron than Chantel Cameron has seen fighters like Katie Taylor.
It's just that she's older now and she may be slipping. She may be slowing down.
Chantel Cameron, a characteristically aggressive boxer puncher that almost borders on a pressure fighter, and I think she's going to apply a lot of pressure on Saturday on Katie.
Question is, can Katie still hack it? Can she handle it?
I've been off Instagram for a while. I've been on holiday, I've been chilling, I've been training, I've been eating, I've been doing all sorts of shit. But yeah, I just want to say to everybody, right, I want to knock all these motherfuckers out and I'm ready to rumble. I've not fought since December, for no fault of my own. I've tried to fight fucking the little midget Usyk and he's not wanted anything. I've tried to fight AJ, don't want no smoke. I've tried to fight everybody. Andy Ruiz has asked for 20 million. Silly little bastard. I don't know where he's getting that from. Who's out there? Who's available? Zhang, he was a good little fight, but Joyce has wants his rematch, so that's not happening now. So I'm looking to fight anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere. I cannot wait to fight Usyk, AJ, whoever's out there. I'm fucking you up because I am the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Tyson Fury very recently ended his social media hiatus, and he had something to say about everybody. Something to say about Wilder, something to say about Joshua, something to say about Usyk. Usyk, who responded with a very funny meme saying, "Greedy belly, we'll see you soon," highlighting that as far as what's out there in the news, everybody seems to be on board.
Almost.
Wilder's on board, Joshua's on board, and Usyk for that big mega card, that big mega match, that showdown in Saudi later on this year. But per rumors,
Fury's rocking the boat. Fury is the odd man out.
Tyson Fury, who's in the market for an opponent for what would undoubtedly be a keep busy fight in between now and the time that mega card, that mega match in Saudi takes place. Heavyweights who have answered Tyson Fury's call for an opponent include Zhilei Zhang, Martin Bakole, Michael Hunter, Frankie Sanchez, and Francis Ngannou.
Didn't he just sign to the PFL?
There was a story out some weeks and some months ago after Tyson Fury's last fight that he may face Francis Ngannou in a crossover boxing versus MMA match. Those talks, they lost a lot of steam, but I saw a story earlier this week detailing that while Francis Ngannou signed to the PFL,
Just signed to them.
he won't make his PFL debut until next year because he's leaving his schedule open for a boxing match this year.
A novelty fight, really. This isn't a true blue crossover into the sport of boxing. This is one of those cash grabs, one of those circus fights.
Like Mayweather versus McGregor.
That if the boxing match Francis Ngannou is about to have this year is a boxing match with Tyson Fury, he can't hope to win his very first fight in the sport against the champion.
No way. You may be a champion in your own sport, an expert in your own field, but in the sport of boxing, you're an amateur, you're a novice.
You can't hope to win.
You can't hope to substitute the expertise of, say, a car mechanic with the expertise of a plumber or an electrician.
Both work with their hands, but it's not the same thing.
Alexander is no great. Alexander the coward. That's you. You little cowardly, ugly bastard. You had your opportunity to fight me in April. The fucking biggest fight of all times. Fight of the century. But no, you wanted rematches, crying like a little girl. Sausage. You ain't no good, man. You're a piece of shit. Look at the state of your face after AJ butchered you.
Look at the state of your face after Otto Wallin butchered you.
Otto Wallin did all that to you?
This guy's got the bottle to criticize Usyk over how he looked against AJ. The fucking nerve.
In your fights. You ain't Mr. Unhittable. I'll annihilate you. Easy fight. Come and take your money. Get your 30%. No rematch clauses. Man on man. And I will annihilate your sausage. But you don't want it because you're a little ducker, ain't you? You're a little cowardly shithouse. In fact, AJ and Wilder and you, I own all three of yous. I'm the daddy. I'm the fucking daddy. Me, I'm the daddy. Come and fight, you little cowardly bastard.
Seems like Tyson Fury harbors a lot more rancor and a lot more animosity for Usyk than some others. Maybe it's because you can't sully Usyk's name as easily as you did Anthony Joshua's, as easily as you do Deontay Wilder's. You can't sully his name as easily as you do them because of his reputation. You can call him a coward as many times as you like, but nobody's going to buy into it because they know this guy.
Yeah.
They know what his career consists of.
Yeah.
A coward.
A coward. wouldn't win every single belt he's ever won on the road, in the other guy's backyard, in hostile territory every single time. A coward.
A coward wouldn't do that. A coward couldn't do that. But Alexander Usyk, he did.
Beating champion Krzysztof Glowacki in his neck of the woods in Poland, Maris Briedis in Latvia, Krassyuk in Russia, Michael Hunter in America,
Tony Bellew, Derek Chisora, and Anthony Joshua in the United Kingdom. A coward wouldn't be as comfortable as Usyk is comfortable being a road warrior, taking it to the guy on his home turf. A coward can't do that.
You're the fucking coward, Luke.
You're the coward, Tyson Fury. You can never just go into a set of negotiations and have it go smoothly. There's always got to be a fucking problem, and it's because underneath it all, you're the coward.
Usyk's longtime handler, Alex Krassyuk, responded to Tyson Fury's video saying, "Greediness leads to poverty, lies lead to loneliness, arrogance leads to disrespect, mental health problems come as a result. Enjoy the karma, hashtag greedy belly. God bless you."
When you're desperately looking for an opponent, but no one cares. Tyson Fury, try the female ratings list.
And no one does. People aren't rushing up to bat for Tyson Fury, rushing to his defense as quickly as they were some months ago because people are over it. People are tired. Who's got the energy for it anymore?
You know, I'm a huge fan of the sport of boxing. I have been for a very, very long time, but it's all entertainment after all. And after a while, Tyson Fury's shenanigans, they stopped being entertaining. They stopped being entertaining a while ago, and now it's just nauseating.
First and foremost, we're here to see you fight. And the reason that Usyk fight fell apart, most people blame you. They still blame you.
You're the common denominator with things going sideways, not that guy. That guy's got a reputation for being a no-fuss, no-muss, no-nonsense.
He's a no-nonsense customer with a reputation for being an easy guy to work with. He never has a problem making fights. You, on the other hand.
Yeah, you want to convince us that he's the problem. That'll work.
I saw something about Bob Arum saying he doesn't know what Tyson Fury wants to do moving forward. Then these videos came out.
They say that Tyson Fury's bipolar, so maybe he saw what was out there and felt like doing something, felt like saying something, and tomorrow he'll feel something else because he's bipolar.
He felt this way today, he'll feel some other kind of way tomorrow.
You can never read too much into what this guy says.
Back in the gym today, and here's my challenge. I challenge Frank Warren to get me a fight in the northwest of England anytime soon. July, August, whenever you're ready, Frank, I'll be ready. Let's do it at a football stadium, not a problem. Get me an opponent, and I'm knocking him the fuck out, Frank. There you go, Frank Warren. Make it happen, Frank, because the big guns, so-called big dogs, don't want no fucking smoke until December. And I'm ready to fight now. Come on!
Or it was looking like Tyson Fury wasn't going to return to the ring this summer. He's now demanding that Frank Warren get him a return fight for this summer. But not only that, he's demanding that Top Rank get him the fight that he is due. Otherwise, he wants his contract back. His own words via his Instagram stories. There seems to be a rift, some dissension. This was in response to Bob Arum saying,
I don't know if Fury has any idea of what he wants to do.
because he's too scatterbrained and too demanding, and that's always been the situation. That's always been the case. Tyson Fury continued to lay into Alexander Krassyuk, saying, "This is a bitch. Both of you and the rabbit are bitches. Come get your 30%. As of today, the fight only happens in the UK at Wembley. Take it or leave it."
What about Saudi?
Doesn't Tyson Fury demanding that the fight happen in the United Kingdom jeopardize the fight? The fight's worth a lot more money in Saudi. We all know that.
The Saudis are willing to put up far more money for the fighters than they can hope to generate themselves in the United Kingdom, yet Tyson Fury is demanding that it happen in the United Kingdom. Why?
Because it's the only place on the planet that Tyson feels he'll have the upper hand. It's the only place that he feels he can A-side Alexander Usyk. And to that, Alexander Krassyuk responded by saying, "Sweetheart, you've lost your chance. Your fans and your dignity. Now everyone knows who the real Dosser is. Enjoy your karma, greedy belly, and don't forget to pay off the debts. Your promoter will remind you one."
This is prize fighting.
Given what the Saudis are willing to put up for this fight, it's illogical for Tyson Fury to demand that it happen in the UK as opposed to Saudi unless this is a veiled effort to sabotage the fight.
To stop it from happening.
Tyson Fury knows, like everybody else knows, that nobody else is going to put up the money for that fight that the Saudis are willing to put up for that fight. And you're expecting Alexander Usyk to ignore all of that and fight you in the United Kingdom for just 30%, knowing that there's far more money for the fight in Saudi. What do you call that?
Sabotaging the fight. That's what I call that. I call that Tyson Fury avoiding Alexander Usyk.
There's no other way to describe it. There's no other way to explain it. Everybody else seems to be on board, you understand. Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, for the big showdown later on this year in Saudi. It's only Tyson Fury making waves and rocking the boat.
I heard a rumor a little over a week ago that Tyson Fury has become impossible to deal with, insufferable, which is no less than I expect from the Gypsy Queen.
Wasn't completely sure what that meant, but well over a week later, I see what's been going on behind the curtain, behind the scenes. It's looking more and more obvious that Tyson Fury doesn't want anything to do with Alexander Usyk, and he never did. And everything we've seen up until this point was an effort to sabotage that fight and prevent it from happening, because just like Alexander Usyk said, Tyson Fury is a big guy and a skilled guy, but he's a guy who's afraid to lose.
Why would Tyson Fury all of a sudden be averse to fighting in Saudi? Why does it have to happen in the United Kingdom? If Saudi is more neutral territory, neutral ground than the United Kingdom, and that's the point.
Doesn't want things on even terrain and neutral territory. Moreover, Usyk's got no problem fighting in the UK. That's established. That's where he took the belts from Anthony Joshua. The only reason that Tyson Fury is demanding that it happen in the UK is because he already knows there's more money for the fight somewhere else.
And he knows that Team Usyk knows.
So why would they fight you for peanuts on a dollar in the UK when you both know there's more money for the show in Saudi? He's only demanding that it happen in the UK because he doesn't expect it to happen.
Bingo.
He's sabotaging a fight, it's as clear as day. And he's only doing his own reputation harm. He's only hurting himself.
Reflects poorly on Tyson Fury, who's making himself increasingly hard to defend.
Team Usyk says that Tyson Fury owes their promoter a bit of money, likely all the money they frittered away on those Wilder fights.
I'm telling you, for years they overshot it.
He's still in a hole with Top Rank. He's still in a hole with Bob Arum.
Walls are closing in on Tyson Fury.
That's all I see. It's getting harder and harder to defend that guy.